the famous first day, which is my table, you know. I give the table to Sinatra. Onassis, which was a very intelligent man, come after, and they say, "You guinea bastard." He'll give my table to him because he's an Italian.
What is Le Cirque?
We are restaurateurs.
What does that mean? Because that's something which is going to be lost when your generation goes.
It's going to be. It's already lost.
But what is the difference? Because
well, it's a restaurant that creates its own philosophy.
How did you call it Le Cirque?
In France, if you say, "What did you do last night?" "Oh, we went out. We had a good time. It was like c'était comme un cirque."
Yes.
You know, we say that.
The circus, yes.
It's like a circus. It was
yes.
like a circus. So we put Le Cirque. Yes. And for 22 years, we were sold out. My grandfather was a concierge. And the difference with his brother, that they were farmers. And when I saw my father leave in the morning with the golden key and everything, I said, "Look, my father, how lucky it is to go and work and not to stay in the sun." I didn't decide to be a farmer for many reasons, and so I went in there. Then, after a few years, school said, "We do, for the first time, an exchange with friends." My grandmother was very intelligent, and they said, "Go." I went to Paris with the arrangement for me to do a stage on the Plaza Athénée. And when I arrived, the director of the personnel started to talk to me, and I said, "Please, you know, I really don't speak French." And I said, "So how can you work if you don't speak French?" He said, "Never mind, come back in 3 months." I met a family that had a restaurant in Paris. The family's Fiore, had a restaurant called Florence. Yes. This family had pity on me, and they told me, "Okay, come in."
Yes.
And then
it was a turning point for you.
Yes, it was a turning point. It was the reason that I could survive
in Paris. Yes.
Yves Montand, it comes from the same town, from the same street where I come. The French sometimes say, "No, it's impossible." Yves Montand was Italian, yes. Completely. He went to France when he was 6 years old, and I had a letter which I never thought that I was going to use. It was a restaurant which had a reputation in Paris not to take any foreigner, and this was Maxime. Yves Montand took me to Monsieur Vaudable, and what I learned at Maxime? I learned at Maxime a philosophy which again I still use.
Yes.
You never say no for a table at the important people. Yes. And that was a part of the so-called Café Society. Then become jet set. Yes. Then some wrong press, they didn't know what they were talking about. But before was Café Society, which meant the people that the important people that they meant some place called a café, which yes. makes sense.
Yes.
They went to this place looking at to have a good food, but simple food. They didn't want to be impressed by a presumptuous chef, me and moi, you know, and the people went in there because they were comfortable, yes. and because they knew that they belonged there. Learn in Germany, in France, in Europe, before I come here, to hate a saucier.
Really?
Saucier is a schizophrenic person. In those days today, you have the chef, a schizophrenic, yes. Not mine. Mine are very good. And the pastry chef, they are what they are because the sugar goes in their brain. Technically, the chef is the enemy of the customer.
Yes.
For a very simple reason. They all get upset, and they will get upset at that. But it is, because in the kitchen, they work very hard. Somebody send back something, and it's a tragedy. Everything stopped. Why they send back? Call me the owner, call me the maître d'. This thing is not, oh, this dish is perfect. I don't do another dish. And stupidity, because they know very well that you have to do another dish.
Yeah.
My difficult moment at the colony the first day, Onassis, usual table, Sinatra, usual table, Duke and Duchess of Windsor, usual table, Charles Revson, usual table, Lillian Hayward, Truman Capote, the usual table, all these kind of things. you cannot say what it is. So I wait for the owner. I said, can you tell me? And they took me at a table in the corner and said, this is the table. Everybody think that they own this table. I said, but I said, do you want to be the maitre d'? So it's your problem. And automatically you apply the mentality, first come, first serve.
Yes.
That's all what it was. You cannot keep a table. And so my first day, I mean, it was a big kind of a tragedy, but also a success. The Duke of Duchess of Windsor, they come in, they look at the table, but it was a banquet, there were only two, and I said, please, your Highness, come in. I pulled the table, they said, I think for two this is better. The Duke of Windsor told me, never think for me what is better, like that. And they were not very happy. But then I said, I would like you, then you order, and I give them 2 small portions. They look around and say, who's Italian here? Who's from Montecatini here? And I said, it's me. They look at me, and everything changed.
Yeah. What is it that makes people come back? What is the essence of great restauranting?
To think that you are there to make the people happy. First of all, you keep your side of the deal.
Yes.
Never have a stupid approach with somebody that comes in your restaurant. He is forbidden to come to you and say, is everything all right? Because it's never everything all right. So here we go in front of the people, can I do anything? Tonight we have people like Donald Trump, all these people, they have restaurant and everything, they come in here. Because I anticipated what I want, I make a thing happens. I excited the room, but I also control the room.
Yes.
And it's difficult. It's a personal interpretation.
But are you here every day still?
Every day. How you do if Ivana and Donald Trump, they come for dinner? I'm in good terms with both of them, and now which they have the better relation,
yes.
I put them sitting next to each other. And I can go to Donald and tell him, do me a favor, go to Ivana and take the order. And, nobody can do that.